Alright, we got the stock Rockerarm in here now. I did not adjust the push rod. And you can see how much longer the other Rockerarm is than this one. There's quite a bit of difference there between the two tips. So stuff out of the way over here. Over here on this side, pull this back a little bit. Motor rocks a lot here. Anyway, you got this is the difference in the rocker tip. You can see how this one's at 90 degrees almost when you start. Here's the other one is way down here. That's how much we filled it in. So anyway, on this one here, we got to take up the gap now. So adjust our push rod up. Okay. Now in hard numbers, this is what the angles are right here of your stock OE arm. So we're only 7 degrees above 90, and we go down to 10 degrees under here. And at your high lift of your cam, we're at 78 degrees at full open, so you can see how it's shifted way toward that high angle on the full open. Whereas before, these are all 4 of your valves here. You can see how the exhaust here was it's at 104, and 86 and 84 at your full lift. And you can see we need to shift this one down about 4 degrees, whereas this one here, you need to shift it the other direction by about that amount. So we need to take about half of that distance out of that arm we got. And so you can see all these other arms are pretty close. Blow it up a little bit. You got 104, 103, 103, and then this front exhaust is 106. And you can see that angle over here on this one on the front exhaust. Right now I think this valve is open. Close a little bit here. Okay, you can see this one's closed now. And with this, pull back here. Now this push rod here, as you can see, it comes at a real high angle. Hits contacts the rock arm at a high angle. If the angle of the push rod is way over here, it would change that angle considerably, like these other ones are. See how this one's almost straight up and down at this point. So that's why this one's cocked so heavy of an angle. So that's when it's installed. So we have to compensate for that when we grind it. And when this one opens up, like right there, you can see it's basically at 90 degrees right now, right across at full open. And so this one's way too long on the tip. So anyway, that's because of the push rod starting at such a heavy angle here. So it never really catches up to it. Okay, now we're going to go back to this rear exhaust valve. Let me find the point where that was shifting over. There we go. It's hard for me to turn this and look at it on the other side of the motor. Okay, so this one here, you can see how we're starting out here, and then we go. Actually, it was the other way around. Where are we at here? I'm lost. Hope to be on the right valve, I guess. Really hard to do by yourself here. Let me pull this thing back as far as I can. Okay, we're all the way down right now, and then we open the valve. You can see how it goes way open. That's where our heavy angle's at. Take my tool right here that I had on the other valve. Okay, actually this one's a little bit different than what it was before. Must not be all the way up or what. Okay, for some reason we're getting a different number for this reason. I don't know what happened here. What did I do? Oh, I adjusted this with the extra lift in there, I think. Anyway, you look at how I adjust this thing here. Basically, you just kind of pull this back a little bit until you see it. This will give me my angle here, of a rocker tip. Then I transfer it over here to my compass over here. And you come up with the angle here that we're at. Blow it up a little bit. And you can see right now we're different right now, but anyway. So you can see where we're at on that. Now we go back on this other side. Close this valve up. Okay, let me focus in here so you can see a little better. Okay, there's our tip. Get this motor to quit rocking here. stupid ass motor stand here sucks. Okay. Jam that in a little bit. Alright, now here is our valve. Blow it up a little. Okay, you can see I got the same marks relative to what the other one was. Okay, now we go ahead and close this thing up, or open it, I mean. And get the angle here. Yeah, staying on this and keeping focus is fun. Okay, there's how it opens and closes. Right there. See, this one goes way off to the outside of the valve. Oh, that's hard to do without shaking. Anyway, you can see how it doesn't stay as true as that valve that we ground did. And we go up to our midpoint again on our valve. Find my scale here. It disappeared over here on the floor. Alright. Now you come off, where are we at again? Get back over here. I'm not in the right spot. Let me measure this here, see where we're at. Yeah, we're at 150 or about 100 thou too low. I'm running basically about 225 with our midpoint I mean. Okay, there is right about in there. Where's the camera at? Okay, you can see we're about 225 open. Okay, now we come over here, check our point here. Okay, we're in our 90-degree valve, and you see how we're at the low point of that pivot again. And if you look at the rock arm, as I rotate this up closer here, you can see how much more radius is on this arm here than the other one was. But when you remove this up to the center point, you can see how it evens up that curve of that radius, splits the difference. So it looks like that's how they made these arms. Now obviously this arm is way too short over there on the other side, but this arm over here, the valve is too short. Now if we put a lash cap on this thing, it probably would even things up quite a bit. So I'm going to go see if I can find a lash cap and take a look at that here next.